Hello everyone, this is Sherwin here from TechOS, and I'm back now with my usual videos, so do stay tuned for those. Today I'm going to be giving you a quick tip, and this is to show you how you can password protect folders on your Mac. Now, this is a relatively unknown feature. I know many users know that you can do this on Windows, however they're not sure how you can do it on the Mac, so I'm going to show you how to do that today. Now, this works in a slightly different way to Windows, so I'm going to go through the process of how you do that now. So here I've got a folder which just contains a Finder icon and a 1010 app icon, which is an app I reviewed. So if you want to check that out, click in the top right hand corner of the screen right now and it'll take you to the video. But anyway, so I've got this folder and I'm going to password protect it. So the way you do this is opening a program called Disk Utility. Now you'll be able to find it in your Launchpad, or you can just type it in Spotlight Search, which is this little magnifying glass thing up there. And you'll also find it in your Applications folder, but for the purpose of the video I've put it in my dock, so it's just here. I'm just going to click on it, that's what the icon looks like. And you may have used this before for other tasks like setting up Time Machine backups for your Mac, but this is what we're going to use for password protecting our folder. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go to File, hover over New Image, and I'm just going to go down and click Image from Folder. So now it's going to ask me to locate the folder. I've obviously got it saved on your desktop. You need to go and navigate to wherever you've saved your folder that you want to be password protected. I'm just going to click on this and click Open. Now it's going to ask me to name this new folder, password protected DMG file. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to name it Don't Enter. If I can spell properly. There you go. Choose where you want this to be saved, so I'm going to save it on my desktop. And this is the bit where you have to get this right. Now, you're going to make sure that the encryption is set to 128 AES encryption, which is the recommended encryption. And now it's going to ask you to choose a password, so I'm just going to enter one. And it is worth noting that if you do forget this password, you cannot recover the password or any of the folder's contents, so be sure to remember it. If you think you're going to have problems remembering it, hit this little button over here and it will save it to your iCloud keychain, which will essentially remember the password. And if you ever forget it, you can obviously go into that password list, check out my video on how to do that, and retrieve the password. So now I'm just going to click choose, make sure this is set to compressed, and then just hit save. Now it's just going to create the DMG, and as you can see, it's just put it on my desktop. And once it's finished creating the actual DMG file, I'll be able to go in and demo how to use the password protection system. So now it's finished, I'm just going to go ahead and click done. And I can quit out of Disk Utility now. And if I go over to my new file, which is now password protected, I can double click on it and it's going to ask me to enter my password. So if I just do that, I also have the option here to remember the password in my keychain. I can just click OK, and what it will do is it will just open it and present you with all the items in the folder. So that's essentially how you can password protect a folder. That is all there is to it, and you can delete this folder up here, the original folder, if you don't want to let others have access to it. However, you may want to keep this folder over here in a perhaps external hard drive or somewhere else that's not very accessible to others, so you can keep it safe, because obviously if you ever do forget your password, then you're going to need this folder to retrieve all your information. Sorry about fireworks that have just started, can't really help those, but anyway, perfect timing. It's now end of the video. If you've got any questions or comments on anything that I just showed you, do leave them down below, and you can get in contact with me using the details that will be up in the description of the video. Now, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel, it really does help, and I'll see you in my next video.